This is a Parmesan Caesar salad that Mom got during a trip to Wendy's that she made around 3:30 p.m. as she was coming home from work. She got 2 large chilies and 2 of these salads, though I didn't have any of what she got during that trip to Wendy's because about an hour earlier I ate that container of California skinny rolls that was in our refrigerator with the use by date of the 31st of October. It was okay. The only concern was that maybe the avocado seemed discolored, but it was fine. I'm glad I thought to call her around 3:30 p.m. She would have gotten 2 Southwest avocado salads. It's a good salad. But by this point, I wanted to have something different. So I asked for what salads they had at Wendy's. And when I heard Parmesan Caesar, it piqued my interest. Even though I have had this salad from Wendy's before. When I had those skinny rolls, I had a glass of whole milk with it, which pretty much emptied our last current gallon of whole milk, so leaving just a splash, not enough for a full glass. So I'm currently drinking 1%. Since at some point we'll be going to Wegmans tomorrow. I remember in the late afternoon, and when Mom got back from work, after some time to rest, she first finished setting up that creepy clown, putting the latex or rubber mask over one of two polystyrene heads that she bought from somewhere. And then she used the other of the two styrofoam heads in order to complete the top half of our Headless Horseman. The costume came in today through the mail. It's actually a child's costume that kind of consists of a black dress with some sort of cape, and this piece of rubber that depicts a pretty realistic cross-section of the stuff that's the structures inside your neck. If I recall correctly, she used the plain head to complete the clown. That kind of looked like Pennywise to me. At least the mask. And then use the polystyrene head with male head features. To complete the top half of the Headless Horseman. Though that polystyrene, putting that latex neck over that polystyrene head with the male features it resulted in making a sort of fold or two in the rubber neck. That created an impression that the polystyrene head bulged out against the neck. Though it was kind of more the mask's fault rather than the polystyrene head's fault. I think it was around 6 p.m. when Mom started working on the chocolate cookie spooky themed cookie house, spooky house for the Halloween party. It ended up like this because at one point early on, she accidentally cracked this cookie piece because she pressed down too hard while trying to get one of these two pieces to set. Whereas if you need help getting pieces to set, you support them using glasses and jars, those sort of things. As she worked on the chocolate cookie house, which a while back I initially thought instead of chocolate cookies, it was literal pieces of chocolate. Since generally that chocolate pieces won't melt at room temperature as long as you don't hold on to them. No, there wasn't really anything I needed to do to help, except, I think around 7 p.m., this ice maker came in through the mail. And I had to help carry it in. I carried it in for Mom from the front porch to, I recall putting it around here on the kitchen table. A Halloween themed, Mom at one point got a Halloween themed welcome sign, and she hung it by the doorknob of our front door, though while doing that to get it closed, the front door closed, you kind of had to suddenly push that sign to the left and then quickly close the front door. That is something I did. For this light up jack-o'-lantern, Mom ordered a sort of eyeglasses repair kit. in order to get a tiny screwdriver, which she then used to open the battery panel. And then put in batteries, but she initially thought something was wrong with the batteries because the jack-o'-lantern light up artificial jack-o'-lantern didn't turn on when she put the batteries in. It turns out you're supposed to push against a piece of plastic in order to move a sort of internal switch to turn it on and off, kind of like this. The ice maker came with some free polystyrene, which I took down to the basement. And I initially had the polystyrene head with male features in my room before Mom ended up needing it for the top half of the Headless Horseman. We didn't complete the bottom half of the Headless Horseman because Mom spent hours waiting for pieces of that chocolate cookie house to set against the white and black icing that was included. With that spooky cookie house kit that we got from Wegmans a while back. At 10:45 p.m., after I had both drew in and colored in the jack-o'-lantern's face, which included a scar on the right eye and a nose that kind of looked like that would be found on your skull. And a mouth that was both wider and more jagged than the design for the first jack-o'-lantern polystyrene cup drawing. I had one of the Wendy's chilies cold with a packet of crackers because I was feeling a little hungry. At that time. A little later, Mom pretty much had the house completed and was in the process of decorating. when it suddenly all started to collapse and come apart. Because that one cookie part that she accidentally cracked, which served as the front piece of the house, but at the time she cracked it, she used it as a bottom piece. This development interrupted my Duolingo Spanish lesson, but I immediately went down upon hearing my mom, and I made an effort to prevent the chocolate cookie house from completely collapsing by holding it together, but as you can see, it ended up completely collapsing, with all of the pieces coming undone. So we're now going to present the house just like that. At the party. Oh, and Mom actually finished. She finished decorating the pieces while they were like that. Around 7 p.m., the ice maker came with a user manual. Although, personally, I didn't have to read too much of it to figure out that to prep the ice maker, all you had to do was take the ice bucket out, which for me, just a matter of peeling off a couple pieces of tape that Mom overlooked when she was initially getting it ready. And then taking the ice bucket out and then filling to the fill line of the compartment right below the ice bucket with ultimately some bottled water from this big few liter, 2 to 3 liter bottle, bulk bottle that Mom got from Wegmans a while back. Though initially she kind of wanted me to use, she had thoughts of me using tap water instead. Before ultimately deciding that it wouldn't be a big deal. well, whether I used bottled or tap water, and so I ultimately used bottled water from that bulk bottle, since that was my initial plan. And I figure we can refill it with tap water later if we need to. Today I had the small bag of Doritos and Frito-Lays from my Halloween candy bag, like trick-or-treat bag. Since my plan is just to have a couple pieces each day until I run out.